One Piece. Chapter 1117 has the attention of all the fans because the conclusion of the Egghead Island arc is very near, and this chapter could make or break it in terms of the story moving forward. Over the last few chapters, fans have thoroughly enjoyed the revelations made by Vegapunk. The genius Navy scientist has revealed one secret after another, infuriating the world government. They are still trying to stop the broadcast, and much of that is likely going to be the focus of One Piece Chapter 1117, where it is highly likely that the message will finally either wrap up or be interrupted, depending on which way Oda wants the story to go. Quite easily, the biggest part of One Piece Chapter 1117 is going to be a confrontation between the Iron Giant and the Five Elders. This is because the location of the transponder snail has finally been found. In the previous chapter, York made it clear to the Five Elders that she had finally figured out the location of the transponder snail. The Five Elders asked if she was certain about it, and of course, given that she was Vegapunk as well, she seemed more than confident. The Five Elders are now going to jump into action and face off against the person who is currently holding the transponder snail now, and of course, that is the Iron Giant. This also means that Chapter 1117 is going to be absolutely massive for the Iron Giant itself. This giant has been awake for quite a while now, however his role has been reduced so far. Of course, that does not mean that the Iron Giant is not going to play any significant role. It simply meant that his time was yet to come. Now, it appears that the Iron Giant will have a massive job on his hands, possibly the biggest in this arc. The Five Elders are now going to go up against this Iron Giant, and that means a confrontation is most likely going to break out in the next chapter. Given how fast the Elders are, they will likely waste no time in getting down from the Laba phase to the Fabrio phase. Meanwhile, some of the Five Elders are already in the Fabrio phase, and it won't take them too long to get to the Iron Giant and try to retrieve the transponder snail from it. While fans might be thinking that the battle between the Iron Giant and the Five Elders is going to be rather easy for the government officials, Oda could have a surprise for them in store. Fans need to remember that the Iron Giant is no pushover. Cannon shots, flames, and just about every other thing that the Marines have thrown at it do absolutely nothing to it. The fact is that the Iron Giant is powered by ancient energy. This is what Vegapunk clearly mentioned himself. The ancient energy is somewhat linked to the Mother Flame, and fans know how destructive the Mother Flame can be. If the Iron Giant is truly somehow linked to the Mother Flame, then fans can expect this giant to be absolutely incredible in terms of strength. The Five Elders might find themselves in some trouble. In fact, so far, the Five Elders have been immortal, and every injury that they have received has healed. Perhaps the Iron Giant will showcase a way to injure the Elders, and this could very well be a breakthrough in the Egghead Island arc. This chapter isn't going to be entirely about the Iron Giant and the Five Elders. Of course, the Straw Hat are always going to be at the center of attention, and they will most likely be focused on in the next chapter as well. Right now, it appears that the part of the Straw Hat that will be under focus is going to be the one on the Laba phase. The Straw Hats up there need to get down as soon as possible. Right now, the Laba phase should be ready to collapse at any moment, and this also means that the Straw Hat pirates need to leave. Jinbei and Zoro should have made it to the pirate ship, and the clouds were previously extended by Edison to allow the ship to land directly in the water. As soon as Zoro and the others get on the ship, Nami is likely going to be the one in charge of getting the ship down safely. This also then raises the question of whether the Marines will start open firing on the Sunny. While that might be the problem under normal circumstances, the fact is that every single Straw Hat is alert at this point in time, and Zoro and Jinbei, among others, should be strong enough to hold off any attacks that are launched at them. Meanwhile, on the Fabrio phase, Luffy, Sanji, Frankie, and the others might be focused on a bit as well. However, with Nusjuro out of the way, it is highly likely that they will simply get on the ship of the Giants and prepare for their escape. Luffy should be making it close to the coast at any given moment now, and fans should expect it to happen at some point towards the end of the chapter. It could also mark the end of Vegapunk's message. The genius scientist has been delivering a very long message for quite a while now, and it should be wrapping up at any given moment. The vast majority of the information that he knew about the Void Century has already wrapped up. In the previous chapter, he was talking about those who know the true secrets of the world, and thus circled around the Roger Pirates. Now, that part of the message has all wrapped up, which means that Vegapunk's message should not last for too long now. The message come to an end in one of two ways. Either Vegapunk manages to end the message himself, which would then mean that the Iron Giant was able to hold out against the Elders, or the Elders are going to get to the transponder snail and end the message on Vegapunk's behalf. Fans can only hope that Vegapunk's message is not interrupted, because there could still be some unprecedented truths about the world that he intends to reveal that fans are not aware of at this point in time. Hopefully the next chapters are going to be massive in regard to the message.